Agent Doyle, report to Agent 3. Fully urgent.
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge. You made it out of the body, didn't you?
It is Jensen.
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again, in civvies at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome, but I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. I would feel safer if we'd been able to shut down that signal booster at the hotel. But I would feel safer if I took the test job. You see is what I do. We need to find out who hit us. And the Jinn will be looking too.
Could they get a bead on our gate crashers faster than TF-29?
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be X-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. You think one of them would pop up on some list?
Always watching, because you are always watching. Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs exploded.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring...
I guess the Transit Authority isn't in as secure as you are. So
The organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented...
It is Jensen.
Thanks. Keep it. I'd love to get a look at the bond type myself, but no dice. Not our show.
You think one of them would pop up on some list?
I'll nail it.
Last night, the collective published the
Hey, Agent Jensen. Nice work in Dubai. But still, you know what I want to know is who those ogged up guys in the gold masks were. I'll be compiling all the case files, and as soon as I know anything, it'll be up on the board.
I've been hearing things. Are you actually praising the collective?
We're comparing notes. If we don't learn the way these people think, we'll never...
Here we go. The Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call Ascension.
Patience is the first These guys might as well be ghosts. Second,
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John
What I
Trent,
hear,
is a
the
former
explosives
Special
were
Forces
designed to get
commander and
maximum
ex-Bell
spread.
Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai.
Composition can tell us a lot, but it's the truth. For crying out loud.
you think one of them would pop up?
Jensen, my God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
All right, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hill Avenue, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
I call
Thanks. Keep digging.
Close my eyes.
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
I'm sorry, we're all in strung out shape.
I'll nail this. I know I will.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it. I'm on it. Still unconfirmed.
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
Dark days ahead.
This is her.
Where was that chopper headed?
I have 3 airfields in Qatar that are promising, but they're privately owned, and nobody can get close enough to take a look.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out the buildings are abandoned, burned out, or bombed into rubble.
Jesus Christ.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Where to start with their rising percentages? The Jinn still believe what some of those
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Listening to this police chatter? Oh my God, just wish someone would nut up.
From Picus.
They may have that. You got this. Ashanti energy drinks. For all you need to get.
Is it not a probable target?
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard An augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread. No, that's not consistent with the train station cameras.
Nothing.
program initiated. Access denied.
Right now, I think my blood is about to
Hey, Adam.
What was the tracking?
I just gave... Ейте, платформ! Виждали се не тайки. No tak, wypadnie mocno. Hezky?
Getting my qualifications for the rig next week.
Why do you have to be like that, huh?
Myslím, že se mi tam tohle udělal.
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspected.
Oyomo, you interested in some merchandise?
Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of
Come on. I sell to You have credits? Usually you people with the robot arms and legs have no credits.
No, you got a real way with people. What's on the menu?
Menu? No, not food. Guns and things. You want? Good choice, huh?
Not interested right now.
Fucking clanks. Tell him I said to go ahead. Tell them we can maybe get some Rysine into the next one. That will keep them satisfied. I'm not worried. We have contacts all through Gist. Just make sure it's done.